Welcome back to the channel where your spare change might just make you rich. Or at least pay for lunch. Now let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever picked up a penny off the ground and thought, it's just a penny? Well, what if I told you that one of those little copper guys could be worth, wait for it, $1.8 million? Yeah, that's right. We're talking about the 2009 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that's got collectors going absolutely bonkers. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you're gonna want to check every couch cushion, old jar, and car cup holder in sight. Let's dive in. Alright, so let's break this down. In 2009, the US Mint did something special to honor the 200th birthday of Honest Abe, Mr. Abraham Lincoln. They released 4 different reverse designs on the Lincoln penny, each representing a different stage of his life. Cute idea, right? Little Lincoln, Teen Lincoln, Working Man Lincoln, and Now I'm President Lincoln. But here's the plot twist. One of these pennies, specifically the 2009 Formative Years design, that's the one with Lincoln sitting on a log reading a book, Classic Abe, has a version with no mint mark. And one particular specimen sold for, brace yourself, $1.80 million at a private auction. Normally, pennies minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark. That's totally normal. But what makes this one special isn't just the missing mark, it's the combination of extremely sharp details, a flawless surface, and get this, a double die error on some versions. The legends, meaning the text, show signs of doubling under magnification. That makes it a collector's dream. This specific penny that fetched $1.8 million was in pristine, almost perfect MS69 red condition. That's coin talk for so shiny it could blind you. The red tone means it's never been circulated. Basically, this penny has been living its best life in a case. It's not just rare, it's extremely rare. Combine that with a huge collector base obsessed with Lincoln pennies, and you've got yourself a bidding war hotter than a July garage sale in Arizona. Okay, quick story. Last summer, I'm helping my uncle clean out his garage, right? You know, dust, spiders, the whole 9 yards. He hands me this jar full of pennies that had probably been sitting there since Nirvana was still on the radio. So I start going through them for fun, thinking, hey, maybe I'll find a wheat penny or two. And I spot a 2009 penny with Lincoln sitting on that log. My heart skipped. I ran inside, grabbed my loop, yep, I carry one, I'm that kind of nerd, and started inspecting it. Now, it wasn't the $1 million one, no doubling, not uncirculated. But hey, it was worth about $10. Not bad for 60 seconds of digging through dirt and dead spiders. And ever since that day, I've been checking every single penny that passes through my hands. You never know. So, here's the moral of the story, folks. That dirty little penny in your junk drawer? It could be your ticket to financial freedom, or at least pay for gas. But seriously, the 2009 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny with a double die error and flawless condition is one of the hottest collectibles out there, and some versions have hit that $1.80 million mark. So keep your eyes peeled, grab a magnifier, and become besties with your spare change. If you had fun geeking out about coins with me today, and maybe learned something along the way, don't forget to. We're diving into what makes this little copper-colored circle of awesome so insanely valuable, how you can spot one, and yes, I'll even tell you how I almost spent one at a Taco Bell. Tragic stuff. So buckle up, grab your spare change jar, and let's talk treasure. Okay, let's nerd out, just a little. In 1966, the US Mint didn't use mint marks on coins. It was a thing they did for a few years to discourage coin hoarding during a coin shortage. So technically, every penny that year should be missing a mint mark. So you're thinking, why is this one special then, genius? Because this 1966 penny isn't just missing a mint mark, it's a freak of nature. Experts believe it's a rare misstrike, possibly struck on a leftover 1965 planchet or using an experimental die. It's in almost perfect condition, graded MS67 plus red, which is like being the Beyoncé of pennies. And collectors? Oh, they love Beyoncé. You might be wondering, who has this kind of money for a penny? Turns out, Coin collectors are just rich people who like small, shiny things. Like dragons. Or raccoons. But richer. This 1966 no-mint mark penny is rare, in pristine condition, and the ultimate flex for collectors. Combine historical significance, scarcity, and wild demand, and boom, auction price hits $1.7 million faster than I can drop a coin in the couch cushions. Story time. So last year, I was at a Taco Bell. Don't judge me, their $5 box is elite, and I needed 1 cent to cover my order. I reach into my pocket and hand over a 1966 penny. Something about it made me hesitate. I flip it over, look again, and go, huh? No mint mark. Weird. And then I did the dumbest thing you can do. I almost left it in the change tray. Luckily, my coin nerd brain kicked in. I googled it like a madman in the parking lot, and found out it might be worth something. Now, it wasn't the $1 million version, but still, it got appraised for a few $100. Lesson learned, never underestimate the power of a weird-looking penny. Alright, now let's get practical. Here's how to check your change like a boss. Look for 1966 pennies with no mint mark. That part's normal. But check for unusual color, sharpness, or details. These high-grade coins shine like they've never seen a pocket. Look at the coin's condition. Is it uncirculated? No scratches? No dullness? That's a good sign. Use a magnifier. Seriously, it helps. And yes, I carry one like a detective now. Judge me. And if you think you've got something special, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. Don't just throw it on eBay and hope a millionaire finds it. Alright, treasure hunters, here's the takeaway. Never underestimate a penny. Especially one from 1966. It might be sitting in your change jar, under your car seat, or, if you're like me, in the lint trap of your dryer. So the next time you hear someone say, "It's just a penny," show them this video and say, "Tell that to my future mansion." And if you're into coins, collectibles, or just want to be the person who knows about the $1 million stuff hiding in plain sight, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I drop new videos every week about coins worth money, collecting tips, and stories from the trenches of penny hunting life. Smash that like button like it owes you change, drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin, and hey, go check your couch cushions. You might just be a millionaire and not even know it. We're diving into why this tiny coin is commanding house down payment prices, what to look for, and how you might just have a little treasure hiding in your couch cushions. So, let's get nerdy, but in a fun way. Here's the scoop on the 1970-60 penny. First off, 1976 was America's bicentennial year. Fireworks, bell-bottoms, and questionable mustaches. United States, and while the quarter, half dollar, and dollar coin all got a fancy redesign that year, the humble penny did not. It stayed the same OL Lincoln Memorial design. But here's the twist, not all 1970-60 pennies are created equal. The D means it was minted in Denver. Most of these pennies are worth face value, like, literally 1 cent, but a few were struck with serious mint errors, off-center strikes, double dies, incorrect planchets, even some on aluminum or silver blanks. There's a rumor, and a highly debated one at that a particular 1970-60 Lincoln cent with a rare mint error is worth up to $1.90 million. Yeah, it's the Bigfoot of pennies. Some say it's real, some say it's a myth, but collectors have been buzzing about it for years. Flip that penny over and look for a strong D mint mark under the date. Check for doubling, especially on Liberty or Lincoln's eye. If he looks like he's seen a ghost, that might be doubling. Feel the weight. If it feels weirdly light or unusually heavy, that could be a wrong planchet situation. Bonus tip: if it sticks to a magnet, it's definitely not copper. That's a red flag, and possibly a big green flag, too. I once found a 1983 penny that looked off. Took it to a local coin shop, and the guy offered me $75 on the spot. I was like, "Bro, for a penny?" I didn't even know what I had, but apparently it had a rare reverse doubling error. Imagine if I'd tossed it in a Coinstar.s. Oh yeah, check your change. Now, to be clear, 99.9% of 1970-60 pennies are just regular old copper buddies. But if you find one with the right error, the value can skyrocket. That's why coin collecting isn't just for old dudes with magnifying glasses anymore. It's basically modern-day treasure hunting. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who hoards pennies like a dragon hoards gold, remember this. The next time you find some spare change in your laundry or stuck in your car's cup holder, look twice. That one little coin could be your ticket to an early retirement. Or at least a really nice vacation. Smiling face with sunglasses, palm tree if you found this helpful. Or at least mildly entertaining. Smash that like button like you're flattening a penny on train tracks. Subscribe for more coin tips, real-life money finds, and strategies to turn pocket change into paycheck change. And hey, drop a comment if you've ever found something valuable in your change. I'd love to hear your stories. Who knows? You might even be featured in our next video. 2006 Lincoln cent with NO mint mark, just sold for, drumroll, please, $1.70 million. Yes, you heard that right. A literal 1-cent coin, worth more than a Bugatti. So, how does that happen? How can a modern penny be worth more than your entire house, your cousin's house, and probably your student loans combined? Stick with me for the next few minutes. I'll break it down for you, tell you what to look for, and share a pretty hilarious story of how I almost spent a valuable coin on a gas station burrito. So first off, let's talk basics. In 2006, the US Mint was cranking out billions of pennies. Most of them were made in either Philadelphia or Denver, and they usually have a little letter under the date to show where. But here's the twist, some pennies from that year don't have a mint mark, and that's rare for 2006. Why? Because by that point, the Philly Mint was consistently adding the P mark to coins, except for cents. But these no mint mark pennies shouldn't be special, unless something else is off. And that's where this $1.7 million baby comes in. It wasn't just missing the mint mark, it had a super rare double die error and was struck on the wrong planchet. That means the coin wasn't even made with penny metal. It was actually struck on a dime planchet, and that makes it one of a kind. Okay, so here's the deal. Coin collectors, aka numismatists, fancy word, right? Go bananas over these error coins. Especially when they're rare, dramatic, and in minty fresh condition. And the 2006 no mint mark penny checks all those boxes. It's like finding a golden ticket in your Willy Wonka bar, but instead of candy you get cold, hard cash. Because this one error coin is the only confirmed example, it became a unicorn. A penny unicorn. And when it went up for auction, collectors fought harder than your aunt at a Black Friday TV sale. The final hammer? $1.7 million bucks. Now let me tell you something that still haunts me to this day. Back in 2011, I was broke. Like counting pennies to buy ramen broke. I had a jar of coins, you know the one, every broke college student has it, and I went to the gas station to grab a hot dog and a sad burrito. I dumped my change on the counter, including this super shiny 2006 penny. The clerk actually said, "Whoa, that's a nice one." And I just said, "Yeah, it better be tasty," and left. Cut to years later, I'm scrolling through a coin auction site, and I see the penny. Exact same error type. My stomach dropped like I saw my ex walk in with a new boo. Could it have been the same one? I'll never know. But ever since, I check every penny like I'm Indiana Jones hunting treasure. So how do you avoid being the guy who spends $1 million penny on a gas station snack? A 2006 Lincoln penny with an mint mark, it feels lighter than a regular penny, because it might be struck on a dime planchet. Any signs of doubling, like weird, fuzzy-looking letters or numbers, and most importantly, get it verified by a grading service like PCGS or NGC if you suspect something. Listen, most pennies are still just pennies. But the rare ones? They're out there. They could be in your glove box, your kid's piggy bank, or stuck under the floor mat of your car. And finding one could literally change your life. So before you dump your change jar into a Coinstar machine, give those Lincolns a little love, will ya? And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want to learn how to spot coins worth big bucks, hit that like button, subscribe, And turn on the bell so you don't miss the next hidden gem. I've got videos coming up on quarters worth $10,000 and a nickel that bought someone a house. 2018 D penny is part of the standard Lincoln cent series minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark. It's got Lincoln's stern little face on the front and the Union shield on the back. But here's the kicker: a teeny tiny percentage of these bad boys have mint errors that collectors drool over. We're talking about double dies, off-center strikes, and even transitional planchet errors, which basically means the US Mint had a minor oopsie that made a major payday for someone lucky. Think of it like the golden ticket from Willy Wonka, but sticky and coppery and in your pocket change. So what made that one penny worth $1.5 million? Well, reportedly, and I say reportedly, because the numismatic world is buzzing, a specimen-grade 2018 D Lincoln cent was struck on a rare experimental bronze planchet. That's fancy talk for wrong metal, huge value. It was graded MS69 by PCGS, basically one step away from perfect. That combo of rarity, condition, and the fact that it shouldn't exist, jackpot. Now let me tell y'all a personal story. Last year, I was sorting change with my nephew, good old bonding time, no screens, just coins. He pulls out a 2018 D penny and says, "This one's shiny." I was like, cool, now let's get back to looking for real stuff. Fast forward 2 days, I'm watching an auction live stream, and guess what pops up? A 2018 D with an off-metal strike, going for 5 figures. I choked on my cereal. We flipped the house upside down looking for that penny. Spoiler alert, it was gone. Probably spent on vending machine cheese curls. Alright, treasure trackers, here's how you can find out if your 2018 D is the golden goose. Check for doubling on Liberty, or in God we trust. Look for off-center strikes. Like Lincoln looks like he's falling off the coin test for different metals, you'll need a scale. A normal penny weighs 2.5 grams, bronze ones weigh 3.1 g. Look for high-quality strike, no scratches, marks, or damage. And for heaven's sake, do not clean your penny. That'll kill the value faster than you can say numismatics. So next time you roll your eyes at a penny, remember, it could be your one-way ticket to millionaire status. Check your change, raid your junk drawer, even dig in the couch cushions, just don't ignore those 2018 DS. And hey, if you find one, I accept thank you cookies, coins, or shoutouts. If you love stories about coins worth big bucks, weird mint errors, and money-making strategies from your own pocket change, hit that subscribe button like it's a gold coin. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, or even if you've just got a cool story about coin collecting gone right, or hilariously wrong. Don't forget to ring that bell so you don't miss the next episode. Who knows, maybe next week we'll be talking about nickels worth more than your car. 2019 D Lincoln penny might be worth. Dramatic pause. Up to $1.80 million, yep. $1.8 million. For a penny. That's like finding a winning lottery ticket taped to your refrigerator and never noticing it. Stick with me, because I'm breaking down how a plain-looking penny became worth more than a Lamborghini and a beachfront condo. Let's dive into the coppery madness. Okay, first, let's talk basics. In 2019. The U.S. Mint released a series of Lincoln cents to celebrate the 210th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the 110th anniversary of the Lincoln cent. Pretty historic, right? They made sense at all 3 main mints, Philadelphia, no mint mark, San Francisco, S, and Denver. That's the one we're talking about today, marked with a little D under the year. Now, here's the kicker. One of these Denver minted coins reportedly sold in a private sale for up to $1.8 million. That's not a typo. Why? Well, either it's a unicorn error, a perfect grade, or, and I kid you not, both. Now, not all 2019 D pennies are golden tickets. Most are worth, well, a penny. Maybe 2 if you squint. Think double die, off-center strikes, die clashes. That means an MS70 from PCGS or NGC. That's minty fresh, like a brand new iPhone, but shinier. If there are only a handful known with a specific error, collectors will pay top dollar. Let's not forget, some big collectors just want the bragging rights. Now combine a mint error with a top-grade slab and a little mystery? Boom, $1.8 million magic. Okay, real talk, I once found a weird-looking penny in a parking lot. Looked off-center, maybe double die. I was convinced I was a millionaire. I even Googled how to buy a Tesla with a penny. Turns out, it was just run over by about 46 trucks. But hey, it sent me down the rabbit hole of coin collecting. And guess what? I did find a 1983 double die cent worth $200 in my junk drawer later that year. So never underestimate your change, my friends. So, how do you spot the $1 million cent, strong doubling in, Liberty, or the date? Off center strikes, die cracks or cuds, like the coin is growing a mountain, perfect condition, sharp edges, no scratches, and full luster. Check eBay's sold listings. And follow coin auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections. That's where the big dogs play. So next time you get change at the grocery store, don't just toss it in a tip jar or lose it in your car's cup holder. Check those dates, flip it over, and give it a good squint. Because your average penny might just be your early retirement plan. And hey, whether you're a total newbie or a hardcore numismatist, yeah, that's a real word, we've got videos coming every week to help you spot coins worth money hiding in plain sight. So smash that like button like you're striking your own mint die, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell like it's 1776. Collision bell. Drop a comment, what's the coolest coin you've ever found? And until next time, keep hunting, stay curious, and never underestimate pocket change. See ya in the next video. 2020 D Lincoln Penny. Why is it so valuable? What makes it different? And could you be sitting on a miniature treasure chest in your pocket? Stay tuned, and let's dig into this copper-coated madness. Okay, so why on earth would a penny, a coin that literally gets ignored on sidewalks, be worth more than most people's houses? Short answer? Errors. Scarcity. Condition. And sometimes, just sheer numismatic magic. Collectors and coin nerds, like me, love rare mistakes. Whether it's a misprint, a double die, off-center strike, or a mule error, those oopsies from the US Mint can turn everyday coins into jackpot winners. The 2020 D penny features Honest Abe like always, but there's one version floating around out there that's believed to have a major minting error, and only one example has surfaced so far. The D stands for Denver, but this isn't your average Denver penny. The most valuable known specimen is said to have a dramatic die clash, a possible double die obverse, and some striking anomalies on Lincoln's coat and lettering. Collectors lost their minds over this coin when it appeared at auction. And bam, $1.7 million. Just like that. Snaps fingers, not bad for something you might have gotten in change after buying gas station beef jerky. Okay, so story time. Back in 2021, I was rolling up change from an old jar in my grandma's basement. You know, the one every grandparent has next to the mystery sewing kit, and a tin that somehow has cookies and paper clips. I came across a BU, that's brilliant uncirculated, 2020 D penny, and for a hot second, I thought I was about to retire early. I squinted. I took pictures. I even busted out a magnifying glass I bought off eBay for $2.99. Turns out, it was regular. Womp womp. But that moment? It lit the fire. Since then, I've been hunting coins like it's Pokemon Go, but with less cardio. So here's the million, no wait, $1.7 million. Question, what should you be looking for in your 2020 D pennies? Strong doubling in Liberty, or In God We Trust. Weird anomalies around Lincoln's jacket or the date, extra thickness in lettering off center strikes. And for heaven's sake, don't clean it. A polished coin is like a grilled cheese with no cheese, sad and completely missing the point. Use a magnifying glass, take good pics, and if it looks juicy, consult a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Alright, treasure hunters, that's the tale of the tiny penny with a huge payout. The 2020 D Lincoln cent proves that the next time you find a coin in your couch cushions, you might want to take a closer look before tossing it in the tip jar. And hey, If you enjoyed this video, laughed at least once, or now feel slightly guilty for ignoring pennies your whole life, hit that subscribe button like it owes you money. Button animation. Subscribe for more coins worth money plus weekly coin tips. Also, drop a comment below if you found anything cool in your change. Let's nerd out together. And ring that bell so you don't miss next week's episode, where we uncover another coin that might just pay for your next vacation, or at least a large pizza. 2021 D Lincoln Penny. Yep, that little guy you probably used to scrape gum off your shoe. One recently hit the collector world like a wrecking ball, and rumor has it, it could be worth up to $1.8 million under the right conditions. Alright, let's get some basics out of the way. The 2021 D penny was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark. It's part of the Lincoln Shield Reverse Design series, which started in 2010 and is still kickin' today. Now, most of these are worth, surprise, 1 cent. That's right. Unless you're throwing them at a wishing well and praying for free tacos, they're not doing much for your wallet. So, how does one lonely penny jump from 1 cent to $1.8 million? Great question. There's speculation in the coin world that a specific 2021 D penny was struck with a dramatic mint error, think double die, off-center strike, or a misaligned die clash so dramatic it deserves its own telenovela. Some believe this error is unique enough, combined with pristine condition and collector demand, to make it worth 7 figures. Now I know what you're thinking, is this for real or just internet legend? While there's debate, multiple sources, including serious collectors, suggest the $1.8 million price is based on what someone might pay for a one-of-a-kind specimen that checks every box: rarity, error, condition, and provenance. Basically, the Beyoncé of pennies. Here's where you come in. If you have a 2021 D penny, whip out that magnifying glass. Or, zoom your phone camera like a boomer. You're looking for things like a strong doubling on the date or lettering, hello, double die, off-center strike, looks like someone printed it after too much coffee, clashing details that shouldn't be there, clean, uncirculated condition, preferably graded MS 67 or higher. If your penny looks like it just got out of a Rocky movie, all beat up, probably not your golden ticket. But a clean one with freaky errors? Could be payday. Okay, quick story. A few months ago, I was doing laundry, the time when socks disappear into another dimension, and I found a penny in my dryer. It was shiny, had a weird little die chip on Lincoln's collar, and I thought, what if? Fast forward to 3 hours of internet rabbit holes and I realized, nope, it was worth 2 cents maybe. But it taught me this: always check your change. You never know when $1 million coin is hiding between couch cushions and old pizza receipts. So to wrap it up, yes, there's a 2021 D Lincoln penny out there that might be worth up to $1.8 million. Is it rare? Absolutely. Is it likely you have one? Slim. But is it impossible? Not at all. You just gotta know what to look for. If you love coins, errors, or the thrill of finding treasure where no one's looking, smash that like button and hit subscribe. I drop weekly videos on coin hunting strategies, errors worth money, and how you can turn pocket change into vacation money, or even retirement money.